sex is an unavoidable fact of life. It's what it took for you to get here right now, and it's one of the main drivers in relationships. And so it's easier to think you know all there is about it. But the reality is, sex is far more complex than you can imagine. So, to show you just how strange it can be, here are 8 psychological facts about sex that might surprise you. 1. Post-sex sadness is a real thing now. If you've ever cried after sex and thought you were strange, don't. It can actually be a very common occurrence, and there's even an official name for the response. Post-Coital Dysphoria (PCD) is characterized by intense feelings of sadness, anger, and even distress after orgasm. There still isn't a great deal known about the condition, but it's believed by certified sex therapist Ian Kerner that it's possibly linked to a surge in hormones, which could stem from past trauma from a prior sexual assault in some cases. 2. A strong sense of smell can make you more orgasmic. A study that was published in the Archive of Sexual Behavior found that people with a more perceptive sense of smell had better sexual experiences. Women who had a better sense of smell reported having more enjoyable orgasms than those whose noses weren't as sharp. However, the study found that this wasn't actually linked to sexual desire or performance in the bedroom. This suggests that the heightened state of pleasure is triggered by body odors like vaginal fluid and sweat that those people can smell more easily. 3. Sex increases your immunity to pain. Aside from the obvious physical pleasure, sex can actually be an aid in pain relief. During states of arousal and orgasm, the hypothalamus in the brain releases the feel-good hormone oxytocin. Researchers at Rutgers University in New Jersey found this surge of oxytocin can help reduce pain felt in women, especially during menstruation. A further study published in the Bulletin of Experimental Biology and Medicine found that oxytocin in men can cut the perception of pain in half. 4. Having sex can help trigger your creativity. The act of sex itself is already a creative act intended to birth new life. Even when you're not trying to conceive, you're still creating a bond experience with your partner. But there's an added psychological effect that can help you in your creative pursuits, whether it's art, design, music, writing, or even just creative thinking. And it's that same chemical again, oxytocin. Although it's intended to make you feel closer to your partner, it's also able to create cognitive flexible pathways in the brain ... which can foster creative thinking and improve problem solving. 5. Orgasms, use it or lose it? Now, this one might scare you if you've not been sexually active for an extended period, and it is rare. However, also possible that you may lose your sexual sensation if you go for long periods without sex if you're a woman. There's a known called clitoral atrophy, which occurs when the clitoris doesn't receive enough blood flow, which in turn causes it to retract into the body. There is also the possibility of penile atrophy. But this usually has less to do with a lack of sex and more to do with aging or injury.